Hello Gemini, welcome to your daily card pull reading. Now, it seems like you guys are going through a lot of changes, especially in regards to the people that you're dealing with. It has a lot to do with companionship. So this can be romantic wise, this can be um, friendship wise, can be family wise, it can be in terms of business, but in any area of your life where this resonates, right? There is a change going on for you guys, and it can be very rocky, and I'm hearing probably a bit scary for you guys because of the fact that you have no idea what direction is going to go, how things are going to go, and also considering how much you have invested. It's like, you have no control of how much, where things are going to be headed, um especially since you had your own idea and plans for that scenario or that person. I feel like okay, well, let's read the cards. It says figure shit out on your own, so a need for you to, right, a need for you to go a bit solo right now. um Spend more time with yourself, not really involving other people, not really clinging to anybody either, just being a bit in your own vibe, in your own world. Not saying you can't meet other people, but not really investing as much, because I feel like this change that's occurring is not in regard to the people you're dealing with, it's regards to you as a person. Right, I feel like the external world is just reflecting what's going on with you, and it's like, it's better that you just don't really attach to anything new, anything that isn't concrete, that you're not any person that isn't somebody that you're 100% sure. Like, if you guys have not had a history, you know it's better to just not get too involved right now, because you're going through some changes, and it's like you don't know what's going to be the outcome of who you are or what's best for you. So it's like you don't want to get into something with where you're at right now, because you're ultimately going to be different with where you're headed, and then you're going to have to leave these people behind. And I feel like, at least in terms of currently the people that you're leaving behind, it's like situations where it's like those persons were more about themselves. um it was more about you focusing on them, putting your time and energy on them, and them receiving all the love and attention, rather than it being something that's equal. Okay, and that's why the tower had to occur, that's why change had to happen. This is a divine stepping in to make it happen. Although I feel like this is more, it's like a sense of like you don't really have a choice, but you have more of an active role in the situation, in the sense of it's not like something terrible happened, but at the same time the situation just is one where you have recognized that it's just not the right match for you, it's not resonating with you, it doesn't feel good with for you, it's not in alignment with what you deserve maybe. And it's just time, like this card says, time to let go. It says move the f on. So right, so what I also got, I made a bunch of little cards called red flag cards, and I wrote like my little notes for like red flags to look out for. So the question I asked is like, what about this person that you have to leave behind? Like, what was the reason? What was their scenario? What was going on with them that you just had to leave behind? And we got still identifying with what is actually causing themselves suffering. So I feel like that person might have certain ways of being that actually isn't good for them, and while they do have the potential to do better, and maybe that's even why you even were able to connect with them, the bottom line is that they have to pick a side, a fundamental side, to choose and change and have things completely different. But right now they're still in the in between stage, and it's like you can't stay there, because staying there is a bit toxic, right, for themselves and by extension others, for example you. And so it's just going to weigh you down, it's going to drain you, it's not the right match, because you're no longer that person, right? You have already figured yourself out as a whole and understand, okay, what direction you need to go in, all in, and this person has to choose a side too, but they haven't. But staying in this situation just going to hold you down, because they're still too right, identifying too lost and too connected to who they were in the past, or whatever ways of being and thoughts and mindsets that no longer serves them. um that's definitely for personal reasons, right? But the point is that it's like, what they need to do, to be honest, is understand, okay, that's where you're at, but the place they want to go, you can't bring that kind of attitude and that way of being where you're at. Like that, the person who they want to be in the future has a different kind of vibe, and whatever they are right now, it clashes with that, but that hasn't really registered yet for them. And it's like, you can't really change people. You can help, you can support, you can give advice, but it really is them at the end of the day. So, you know you have to allow that person to go through that process, and maybe you guys will meet again, maybe not. But at the end of the day, right now it's not right for you. But you don't need to worry, because you're going on to a new journey, right? I feel like you're leaving a lot of people and ways of beings that you and that's the thing. Like, I feel like part of the reason why you are separating is like, this person chooses to stay the same. They choose to do the same old things that has not been working, or like, it has not been the best. Pretty much, it's kind of sabotages them, and yourself, and it did you that too. And it's like, you realize that, and now you're making the fundamental change. Choose, okay, this is how I'm gonna do, how I'm going to be moving forward to make a real difference in my life and for what I want. But that person is on the other side, still trying to make sense out of themselves. So you have already gone through that whole process, and now you're moving on to bigger and different things that are more and replica, excuse me, of what you identify with, what you want to identify with, instead of just being a victim of your circumstances, instead of just being like, what everyone else wants. You're stepping into who you are and what you want for yourself. Okay, but this person hasn't fully, they need to take the time to understand what that is for them, so that they can recognize the value in letting go, and the necessity in letting go of their own ways of being. Okay, they also have, they need to turn a new leaf. They have either you're all in or all out. So back to the same thing, they have to choose, but they're still trying to put one foot on both sides. But you can't do that, because it's like the two sides are splitting up. So either you fall in between and you make a mess of yourself, or you go back, you go, well, yeah, go back, or you go forward. You have to choose one. I don't think that person want to fall and hurt and damage themselves and feel a bunch of pain. So it's like, right, eventually they're gonna have to choose a side, but you have already reached that limit where you can't choose. You can't just stay in the middle, because the gap has been too much. The sacrifices isn't worth it in terms of staying how you were before, and you just need to move on, um because you will be forced to, right? Well, you were forced to. That's my alarm, excuse me. So that's the message for you guys, Gemini. A quick reminder that on my Twitter, I'm offering free readings. If you would like more information on that, just go to the last link at the in the description box. You click it, go to the Twitter tab. You click the Twitter tab, it will take you to my profile where you can see the full promotion. Okay, I'm also on Facebook and Instagram, and I would so appreciate, guys, if you follow me there. And don't forget to like this video. Okay, like and subscribe if you're new, and also welcome if you're new. I'm very glad to have you guys. All right, so take care of yourselves. Bye.